Well, hi folks, December 28th. Trust everybody's fine. We're a little bit late here today. Another short one, and I've got some cool links in the description portion of this video. And you know, it's interesting. We're finding, and probably you are too, that there's just a real cut in North America, and maybe it's worldwide, of what we think we know. You know, in North America right now, everybody's looking at the States, figuring, well, this is the truth, this is the truth. These people are BSing, these people are. But do we really know for sure? Do we really what we think we know? How true is what we think we know? No, because a lot of what we think we know, we've heard on television or read in the New York Times or the the Vancouver Sun or whatever, and we think we know that is fact. We haven't really got past that to really dig around and think about it for ourselves. So in the links in the description, there are several links. The first one is the risk of being censored by releasing this information. And this video is pretty much about the destruction of money as we know it, the whole resetting thing, and it's worth a watch. And of course, you don't believe that's happening, you may not want to watch it because you want to believe what you believe. We follow that with the great American mystery. There's two links here. The mound builders of North America. Now this deals basically with the U.S., but there were mound builders in Canada as well. And you know, there's been evidence from Alaska through to the States of archaeological discoveries that sort of suggest that the bones and the DNA found are not related to the North American Indians, but they predate the North American Indians. And of course, all hell breaks loose when you mention that, because everybody knows history as history, and here's how it is. There's no possibility that could happen. First Nations get pissed off, historians get pissed off, university professors say, well, blah, 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 and they just don't want to sort of turn the coin over and think about it. So that's North America, and you'll find that interesting. You can do more Googling on this, and I think these mounds have been sort of attributed to the North American Indians, and there's evidence that maybe they weren't. Think about that. And if you think that's far-fetched, well, there's a recent 2020, I've got a link there as well, finds some bones found in Ireland suggest that the Irish are not related to the Celts at all. Think about it. And that's been in history forever, you know. So I think if you think, as you look at what's happening in the U.S. right now or in Canada with what we're doing, and you think it's fact, maybe you want to rethink that. I know some people just don't want to think because it's going to destroy their day if it happens to be not what they want it to be. But hey, you know, North America wouldn't have been discovered if everybody, if there weren't some people said, let's check this out. Let's check this out. Maybe, let's see where we go if we fall over the edge. Okay? Of course, they never fell over the edge. They got here. And the last one is breaking the bounds of civilization. This is Martin Armstrong again from Armstrong Economics. And I find him intriguing. You know, it's questions from people who get his newsletter and read his posts, and then he answers the questions. And sometimes there's some spelling errors or a wrong letter punched, or sometimes when you're hitting your keyboard you hit two numbers of letters at once, sort of thing. But the rest of it's always good. And years from now, people will be wondering what the hell happened in 2020. I mean, you're experiencing history right now. And is it going to be bullshit for the future, for our future generations, or it's going to be? Are we going to leave the truth? Are they going to know the truth of what happened? So maybe everybody should write their own book. Your impression of what happened in 2020. And of course, if you're on one side, you're going to write it this way. If you're on the other side, you're going to write it that way. If you're a thinker, you're going to dig it around and try to present the facts and be truthful, and not bullshit our future generations. Interesting. Because history is that way. History is, we learn history and we take it as fact. And of course, as some of this archaeologists found, that fact is now in question. And of course, a lot of universities, a lot of people are so entrenched in all of the theses and all the documents they've written and all the books they've produced. You can't change this, because that's not that way. It's much like when they discovered that this earth was not the center of the universe, as they had perceived it. Simple. But anyway, that's about all for now. Is what we think to be true really true? It's a good question. Take care. Bye for now. See you tomorrow.